course, I got involved with necrotizing enterocolitis at the earliest stages of our understanding of this disease. I've told this story fairly often. During the course of my fellowship training in pediatric surgery, I was looking for a project, and I went to my chief, Dr. Tom Santulli, and asked him if there was an interesting project that I could pick up on. And he pulled out an index card which had numerous medical record numbers on it and said, "This is a disease we don't really understand." And I said, "Well, what is it?" And he said, "Well, it's a disease in which the intestine in a preterm baby dies, and oftentimes the babies don't survive. But would you be interested in looking into this?" That started me on the pathway of looking at those babies and from the surgeon's perspective and what we could offer to those infants with the diagnosis of necrotizing enterocolitis.
Necrotizing enterocolitis has been a big enigma for us, and especially for me, having looked at it from different angles in different countries. Having trained in India, I saw the very worst of NEC, that I had no idea how things would evolve with that baby, because NEC was not very well described at that time when I was training in India. I saw it in the United Kingdom when I was training there before coming to the United States. And here, over the last 25 years, I've been seeing NEC in different lights and its different presentations. So it's been a disease that I've not been able to put my arms around it, because it has many manifestations, and it's always a surprise when it occurs.
So I care for many newborn infants in the neonatal intensive care unit that are at risk for developing necrotizing enterocolitis. And I've unfortunately cared for many infants that have developed necrotizing enterocolitis. I also operate a laboratory doing research on how bacteria and bacterial products contribute to intestinal inflammation and may cause NEC in preemies.
My twin sons, Seamus and Morgan, were born at 28 weeks, 1 day gestation, and at 4 days old, Morgan was diagnosed with necrotizing enterocolitis and had to be transferred from Bridgeport Hospital in Bridgeport, Connecticut to Yale New Haven Children's Hospital for a surgical consult. What we didn't know at the time was that a surgical consult, in essence, meant that he had to undergo exploratory surgery.
Hi, my name is Laurel Kepfer. I am the co-founder and vice president of Team Grayson Incorporated.
My name is Tracy Falcone. I am a parent of premature twins. They were born in 2007. They passed in 2007 and in 2008. My son Anthony passed from NEC after 8.5 months of his battle in the NICU.
About 6 years ago, our son Grayson was born at 34 weeks. He was severely growth restricted and weighed 2 pounds and 14 ounces. And when he was 6 days old, he was diagnosed with necrotizing enterocolitis and passed away 17 hours later.
20 centimeters, or about 8 inches, of his small intestine was resected or cut out during the surgery. And for his age and size, that was about 20% of his small intestine.
He started on antibiotics and TPNs. At about 6 weeks, he became a full case blown NEC. The surgeons came in and started explaining to us what the surgery was going to entail, not really knowing what they would find until they went in. They had done numerous x-rays and had some idea of what they were looking for and where, but wouldn't really know until they went in and started to do the surgery.
And it results in a major setback, sometimes death. And coming into the NICU after that's happened and seeing an empty bed space where a baby was and a family had all their material is just something that is gut-wrenching and that you never really get used to.
I, along with my husband, formed the Wonder Twins Fund, and with that we try and bring comfort and support to families in the NICU by donations and blankets and just bringing comfort, letting them know that they are not alone, that someone has walked the path before them, and that if there's anything we can do to help them, to assist them with care or funds, that there's someone looking out for them.
There's really only one thing we know that we can do to minimize the risk of a baby developing necrotizing enterocolitis, and that is the provision of human milk. And so when I have the opportunity to meet families when they are pregnant, even if they don't expect to have a preterm baby or expect to have a baby in the NICU, helping families make an informed decision about how human milk is an important medical intervention for the child. And we know that's the one and only one thing we can do to minimize the risk of necrotizing enterocolitis.